Our all-star lineup of guests continues with Kelli Davis this morning. She is with the Titusville Regional Literacy Council. Kelli, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Luke. I could use my dad's answer. He always says, if I was any better, I'd have to apologize. I could use that.
You could apologize right now.
The whole thing wouldn't be true. So, you know.
Honesty, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, what's new and exciting?
Oh my gosh.
It's
We
a
have graduation.
busy time of year for you.
Everything's busy. Yeah, we're going on a field trip today. We have the diploma class, and one of the requirements to be in the diploma class is you have to go on a field trip. We try to encourage our students to think past graduation, which is coming up, by the way.
What day is graduation?
It's actually the 3rd for us.
June 3rd.
Yeah,
Nice.
The regular one is the 5th, but Emmy, our family literacy instructor, and I have to be in Harrisburg on the 5th, so we've changed it to the 3rd, which is a Wednesday, so that's a little strange, but at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And everybody's invited. It's an awesome event.
We talk about this a lot, Kelli, but it's very emotional. Mm-hmm. It's very emotional, and it's hard not to choke up a little bit.
There are a lot of tears at our graduation. This is an adult diploma class, so for one reason or another, the people in our class didn't graduate the first time. And there are so many factors with that. I could go into all these different reasons because I hear all different kinds of reasons. But when they quit school, I don't know if they ever think about having a second chance later. So we're a second chance or a third chance or whatever. But families and friends are there, and families cry, and of course they're tears of happiness, but it's amazing, and if you get a chance to come, you really should come.
Did you say your tears were because you realized you have to do this all over again?
Yes, that was it exactly. No, it's a good time.
And really, Kelli, I just had Lance Hummer on earlier this week, and he was talking about these great opportunities for seniors who might not want to be going in to college. There's grant money where they can go free of charge, get these training classes, and get right into welding or electrical work. I mean, there are so many things that are going on right now with the trades and having that technical training. But you got to have this, at least this piece of paper here.
Oh, absolutely. What I always tell my students is if I were an employer and I had one job in an opening and I got this many applications, I don't want to look through that many applications, so I need a way to weed out some. So if I said, well, only people with GEDs or diplomas, then maybe I have this many to look through. But the high school diploma will give them a leg up still. So if I have this many and I still don't want to do it, I can say only ones with high school diplomas, and then maybe I only have this much to look through. So any little thing can give them a leg up.
Again, there's a lot of reasons why that's not important when they come to you, is it? It's the fact that they're there.
Oh, absolutely. Now, we're a no judgment zone, judgment free. I don't care. I've heard a lot of reasons, and it doesn't matter to me. I have a poster on my door that says the only reason to ever look back is to see how far you've come, and I totally believe that.
Wow, that's very nice.
Totally believe it. It doesn't matter what you've done. Just from today on, just move forward.
Is it important for them to know that it's going to be challenging? I mean, I know you're very honest with them. It's going to be challenging, and not sure the work might be, but also the commitment and making the time. And there's going to be family things that come up, and it's going to be easy to say, "Oh, I can't. I'm not going to go in tonight. I'm not going to do this. I got to take care of this." But in order to do this, you have to sacrifice and be committed to this. And I think that's part of those tears that you see. It's the tears that we have sacrificed. We have put in the effort. And it's not just that person going through it. As you said, it's the family members that are part of that.
Absolutely. People in our class have to have some kind of support or a lot of self-determination. It is a commitment. It's a commitment of time. for someone to qualify for the class, they have to have at least a ninth grade reading level. It's not to weed anybody out. Well, I can't say that. It's not to like weed people out, but it's so that I don't put people in the class that are going to struggle. The GED test and the materials that we use are a 10th grade level. So if I put someone in the class with a 4th grade reading level, and that's out there, that happens. 1 in 5 adults can't read well enough to function easily in society. It's just a fact. So if I put someone in my class with a 4th grade reading level, they're going to struggle with the material and they're not going to get the content. If that happens, then I'll give them a tutor and they can enter the next class after they improve their reading. But let me back up. Another qualification is they have to attend class 90% of the time. So if they're not willing to do that and be there in attendance, then it's not the time for them to do it. They're going to have to figure out babysitting and transportation, work schedules. So there's a lot to work around, and the people that make it to graduation have done all that, and they've made that commitment, and it's that important to them, and that's why the graduation is just so amazing.
Do you find employers are open to trying to make sure that time is available for their employee to go through that process, or is it kind of a difficult thing to manage?
Honestly, it depends on the employer. I think that most employers are good about it, but there are some that don't really care about that because they already have the employee. Apparently the GED or diploma isn't important, so that's not their priority.
Right.
Honestly, I had one employer in town give me a call about one of their employees that they wanted to help out, and they're very willing to work around the schedule, and they're working with us so that he can get the instruction that he needs.
Wow.
I was impressed by that.
You know, we're hearing a lot of job ads right now. People are looking to hire. Mm-hmm. I would imagine this really is a prime opportunity to improve yourself so
Absolutely.
that you can market yourself a little bit better to some of these companies.
Absolutely. Like I said, anything that gives you a leg up over someone else. And that's not to put somebody else down, but, it's just to give you an advantage. There are a lot of people out there looking for work. And, you were talking about Lance Hummer and the trade school opportunities. The push was always to get everyone to go to college, and that's just not the way it is because everybody went to college and now we don't have anybody for the trades. So that's why another part of the diploma program is to go on field trips, and we do take them to a college. We're going today to Clarion Venango campus in Oil City to tour that, but we're also going to Votech because they offer a lot of the more, the trade type things. So we just wanted to show them what's out there.
And there's a lot happening with the Votech and what is it now? The Venango Technology Center?
I think so. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, and same with Crawford. I mean, what's going on there? It's amazing. If you could go back in time and tell yourself, that with the kids that went to Votech, that was like, oh, okay, well, a certain kid, the kid that's going to work in the shop or going to cut. I mean, that was like the thing. But now it's really opened up to more than just what you thought it was. There's so much more happening there. It really is incredible.
Well, there's like computer-aided drafting, and there are a lot of things there. It's amazing.
But I'd go back and say the same with business students. I mean, there was like, okay, if you're, this kind of person fit the business student type. Right. This one fit the Votech type. This one fit this type. And we sort of set ourselves up for that. But now when you look at it, everybody needs a little business. Everybody needs some technology.
Sure.
It makes you a better person. And as you said, when you're out talking to these companies and they're looking at that stack of papers, you want to be at the top of that stack.
Absolutely.
So you're going on a trip today. You got graduation coming up. What happens over the summer months?
We keep right on going. We gear up for the next diploma class, which will be in August. It usually starts probably the 3rd week in August. Honest to God, I don't have a start date yet.
Sure.
We wrap up the fiscal year for family literacy, which is another part of our program, the end of June. We go to every summer event around, I think. We'll be at the Oil Fest and the Indian Fest.
Is this a time where if you're seriously thinking about getting involved enrolling in this, you need to reach out and talk to you over the summer? I mean, when's that cutoff? When do you start classes for the fall?
That'll, like I said, that'll be like the third week in August.
Oh,
Is when
okay.
the classes for like diploma class will start. We have tutoring that goes all year round, but if someone is serious in entering the diploma class, they really need to get in contact now, just in case they wouldn't be at that 9th grade level. We still have time to tutor to get you into that class in August.
So it's not like they would have to spend a year working on this. They could spend the next couple months. And then,
It depends on the person.
right.
So many people say, well, how long will it take me to reach whatever my goal is? I don't know. I can't give you a straight answer for that because it depends on the person. It depends on how much work they're willing to put into it.
You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream Television in Armstrong and listening to it on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Still looking for the community to help volunteer for tutoring, or how else can community members get involved?
Absolutely. I have this list. I thought you were going to break, so I was checking off my list.
Oh, you
That's
can
why I
still do
wasn't
that.
looking at the camera. But anyway, yeah, one thing on my list is we need tutors desperately. And more than that, I need to schedule a training. I was hoping to have a date, but I don't. But please, if you're willing to volunteer to be a tutor, I don't know much that's more satisfying than tutoring an adult and helping them reach a goal. So, and we have tutors that their schedule doesn't fit in with diploma class, so they need to work with someone one-on-one. But give us a call, 827-0543, and we'll set up a time because we need tutors.
Talk about your staff and their involvement in the program and what they do.
Well, we have Emmy. She's our family literacy coordinator. She instructs the adults in our family literacy program in Titusville. For family literacy, an adult comes to us with an educational need. They might want to improve a skill or study for a test or get their diploma. That's another way that they can earn a high school diploma, is to go through family literacy. But they have to have at least one child 8 or under. If they do, then they qualify for family literacy and they can actually bring the child or children with them. While Emmy's instructing the adults, the children are with Lacey, and Lacey's our early childhood educator. She works with the kids. It's not just babysitting. Some people think it's great because we provide childcare, which we do, but Lacey does lesson plans and she works on age-appropriate skills, developmental milestones, school readiness skills. We hired Nick Wigg. Some people locally might know Nick, and he's now our instructor for Tinesta. We have our Tinesta location open again.
Nice.
So we're excited about that. We haven't been there for probably 9 months. So we're back in Tinesta.
And that's officially open?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. Lois keeps everything running. She's our administrative assistant. She tries to keep me on track. I apologize to her all the time. You know, I know you try hard, Lois, but
What's the reach? How far out will you accept somebody into the program?
if they can get to us, we'll accept them. I had 2 people travel all the way from Newcastle to our diploma program 3 nights a week.
Really?
Yeah. It was like an hour and a half,
And they did it?
said. Yeah. they did it.
That's a commitment.
It's very much a commitment, and we're a unique program because we do offer the actual high school diploma. We collaborate with 3 different school districts, so they can earn a diploma from Titusville area, Forest area, or Penncrest School District if they go through any one of our classes, or family literacy.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
So, I
It's
mean,
exciting.
so you're reaching out into those areas as well then.
sure.
So what's that process? How much of it is a process, or is it a pretty simple thing to do to get enrolled?
They just have to get in contact with me. A person has to come in and do an assessment because I need to know where their levels are. If I don't know where levels are, then I don't even know what materials they need. People are afraid of tests, but it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just because I need to know what to do with instruction. So they need to do an assessment and intake with me, and then we'll develop a plan. It's not hard at all. And I'm pretty easy to get along with
And-
most people.
Uh-oh. And then that's it. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
What sort of things? I'm sure there's some nervousness attending that first class because you're going back to school, basically.
Of course, yeah.
Do you ever hear comments like from those folks who say, "Boy, it's different as somebody who's older now. I understand it better, or I'm a little bit more focused than I was at that age."
I think they're more determined for sure. I think that sometimes they find it more difficult because sometimes they've been out of school for a while, so they didn't get out of school and keep on studying. They got out of school and went on with life, so they haven't done algebra or something. So it might be a little more difficult to get back in the swing of things, but that determination is there. So my oldest graduate so far, and I'm not putting limits on it, my oldest graduate was 71.
Wow.
So it was a challenge
It's
for
never
her,
too
I'm
late.
sure. Oh my gosh, no.
But how did she feel when she graduated?
Oh, you want to talk tears? Holy cow. I was actually in the area when she took her GED test. And as the scores were coming in, we were waiting for the scores to come in because they came in pretty immediately. And when she found out that she passed her test, she was crying. I was crying. The test proctor cried. Everybody
Wow.
cried. It was amazing. Yeah,
Pretty powerful.
it was. Her son came from out west for graduation. He flew in and surprised her. I mean, it was amazing. And it's not that she needed to get that diploma because she was going to go out and start a career. It's because she'd never gotten a diploma and it had always bothered her. And it was just an amazing thing for her. It was great.
Is that what keeps you going?
The people? Oh, definitely the people, yes. That's what's in my heart. Yeah.
So if anybody wants to get involved, there's a couple things. One, if they feel that they need to get involved because they need this piece of paper to better themselves, they can call you to get started in that process. If the
Absolutely.
community wants to get involved by helping out, you could use tutors. Any sort of supplies, anything like that, or is that pretty much taken care of?
No, we'll supply everything. Bring a favorite pencil.
Bring the
No,
pencil.
we're good.
All
Yeah.
right. And again, they can call the office to get that information. And if you're over in Tinesta area, in Forest County, you guys are back open over there.
We are. We're at West Forest Elementary.
Okay. So what?
Soon East Forest, but right
So
now
what will
West.
be provided there?
Family literacy. So if an adult has an educational need and they're a parent or a caregiver of a child 8 or under, then get in touch. But I do have willing tutors over there as well. So if you're not a parent or you don't have a child 8 or under, get in touch anyway, because I might be able to fix you up with a tutor.
Okay. And is there a specific subject you need, a tutor more than another, or just anybody who's willing to?
For a tutor?
Yeah.
For a tutor. We do anything from improving a basic skill like reading, writing, math, studying for a citizenship test, teaching someone English, studying for ASVAB, GED. It's this whole, just a number of things, any number of things. If there's an educational need, we'll try it. So, but if someone wants to tutor and they don't feel comfortable with something, then I won't give them that. That's fine.
Okay, so probably the best thing to do would be just to call you and then have that discussion.
Absolutely.
All right. And again, Kelli, how can folks find you to get more information or to sign up?
814-827-0543, and we're located in the high school now, 302 East Walnut. And can I just say we're having family fun night?
Yeah.
May 31st,
Down on the farm.
down on the farm.
Yeah. So where's that going to be held?
Yeehaw! It's always at the ECLC gym, 6 to 7:30, the last Friday of the month usually.
Okay. So attend that fun event.
Oh, it's great. We gear it towards young kids. We have games, crafts, activities, stuff to eat, drink. It's fun.
Kelli Davis joining us this morning. Good to see you.
You too. Thank you.
Did you learn anything today?
Me?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But always, every day.
Well, it was great seeing you. Best of luck with
Thank you.
everything.
Thank you.
All righty. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
Right back to where